at one point in time, I didn't really know what my purpose was, for me. So it gave me a purpose, gave me a reason. Not only I'm a, feel me?
Before Dusty Locane would set his sights on hip-hop superstardom after a childhood spent training to become a professional basketball player.
For me, I ain't have no aspirations or dreams of becoming a rapper.
What did you have dreams of doing?
Basketball. I want to go to the league.
Before Dusty Locane would try to fill the void left behind in the Brooklyn drill scene after the death of Pop Smoke thanks to his hit single Rollin' and Controllin' Freestyle. Before Dusty Locane would have over 359,000 subscribers on YouTube and over 510,000 followers on Instagram at the time of this recording. After the death of Pop Smoke left a gaping void in most Brooklyn drill fans' playlists, few people ever thought there'd be another artist that embodied the movement as much as he did. Until Dusty Locane showed up, that is. This 21-year-old artist recently became the latest rap sensation to hail from Brooklyn, and thanks to his personal connection with Pop Smoke himself and his extremely deep voice, many fans see him as Pop's heir apparent.
You sound like Pop. What you gotta say about that type of shit?
Not too much to say about that. Like I said, CIP the cards. Feel me? I can't make my voice. You understand me? Like,
Right.
God gave me this shit, so I'm gonna use it.
Not only do both young men hail from the neighborhood of Canarsie in Brooklyn, but back in their elementary days, these two even went to the same school. Of course, the fact that their voices sound strikingly similar also helps with the comparisons, but much like with Pop, it was hard for Dusty to ever imagine he'd escape Brooklyn to have a career in music. Because when you grow up on the streets of Canarsie, you never know what might happen next. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Marlon Palmer. Recent drops in the series have included looks at Santan Dave and Tate McRae. Since the show works off request, don't forget to leave us some ideas with who you want to see next, and I'll see you guys after the intro. Grrr, bow, 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 bow. I just wanted to try that out. I'm so sorry. Dusty Locane hails from Brooklyn, New York, and was born in the year 2000. Long before he ever dreamt of making it big in the world of hip-hop, Dusty set his sights on making it off of the Brooklyn streets as a baller.
Coming from Brooklyn, as you know, it's not an easy place. You feel me? Like,
every day after school, Dusty would hit the gym to practice his ball handling and refine his jump shot. In fact, he worked so hard that he even earned himself a spot playing a junior college team before he ultimately found himself expelled from school. So what happened? Well, growing up on the streets of Canarsie, also known as the Floss, wasn't easy, and the temptation to make money through the illicit means was always prevalent. Dusty once told Elevator, "To be real with you, I'm not even gonna lie, if it wasn't for rap, I'd either be locked up or even worse, 6 feet." Most kids in this situation had two choices growing up: either become a law-abiding citizen by going to school and practicing athletics, or be out on the streets with your crew, scamming. Since Dusty lost his opportunity to become a baller and attended college classes, he naturally started gravitating more and more towards the streets. Almost every rapper has a hoop dream story that's gone wrong at some point.
basketball not working out for me. I finished playing on a collegiate level, so I played JUCO, college basketball. Got into some troubles out there.
Eventually, Dusty found himself serving a short stint on the inside after catching gun charges in the summer of 2019. Once he got out, Dusty would get together with some friends and his life would change forever.
Feel me? I got in a couple little situations I ain't gonna talk about, you know, with the law. So came back home and got straight to it. No Paul Lane, none of that shit.
At first, Dusty never really considered music a career path, but a bunch of his buddies were trying to get into the rap game themselves, and they often begged him to give it a try. One day, he decided to amuse them by laying down a freestyle over a beat that was originally meant for a pal named YJ. Isn't that how it always goes? Just a random, let me just try a thing, and then that's how it happens. At first, Dusty recorded his verse as a voice memo on his phone, and then when he and his buddies were in a studio later that month, they turned it into his breakthrough track, Rollin' and Controllin' Freestyle.
Ain't nobody was really on it like, oh yeah, this shit fire.
Yeah.
It was just me alone, even after recording. And then it took a while, started taking to it.
First time I heard this, I didn't see the video, and I was convinced it was Pop. As someone who grew up idolizing acts like Tupac, Jay-Z, and Biggie, Dusty discovered that he had a natural talent behind the mic. But beyond his skill set, the one other thing Dusty needed to succeed was a great handle to go by. Thanks to growing up in Canarsie, he figured that too. He told Fuchsia's TV, "In Canarsie where I'm from, moving dusty is a term where it's like you moving gritty, you want time, you do a certain way. That's the name I adapted, and the Locane is some crip shit. Add some finesse to it, gritty with a little finesse. As Rolling, Control, and Freestyle picked up a lot of steam online, the newly crowned Dusty Locane began earning himself a whole ton of comparisons with none other than Pop Smoke. Largely so at first, because their voices sound so similar. For a lot of upcoming performer, comparisons like that tend to stunt artists' growth rather than assist with it. But that's simply not the case with Dusty. Maybe because he actually knew Pop Smoke personally.
I grew up with him.
Yeah.
But I don't just openly say that to everybody.
I remember there were rumors that he was his cousin, which is not true. Dusty first met Pop when they went to elementary school, but Pop eventually moved schools when they were in the 5th grade. Whenever he's asked about his relationship with Pop, Dusty likes to downplay it as to not give the impression that he's using their former friendship as clout. He told XXL, "We got so much similarities in terms of not only where we're from, what we jack, and then on top of that, just morals and principles for me. I just don't like to talk about that loosely." I feel like people oftentimes try to use past connections or connections that really wasn't as solid as it used to be, but they feel like it'll help them get them some sort of leverage or clout them up. I never felt that way, and I respect it. It's easy to come off someone's name. By January of 2021, academics discovered Dusty's track and reacted to it on his YouTube channel.
Chad, might work. This might work, Chad. Oh my God. I just fixed his whole flow. You speeded up this fire. Oh no. Oh my God. Oh. Pop, we love you, but this copied you to a T.
After that cosign, Dusty's music video over on YouTube exploded and has earned well over 27 million views to this point in time. Of course, Rolling, Control, and Freestyle isn't the only song that's helped turn Dusty into a talent worth keeping an eye on. He also dropped Orlando, Caught in the Rain at the end of 2020, produced by the Basso Beats, a track that would also go on to earn more than 17 million views. And might I add, also incredible gym music. If you're working out, grrr, bow, 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 bow. You know it. Today, with nearly half a dozen mega viral hits to his name, it's only a matter of time until Dusty finds himself a bona fide superstar, especially since he's recently signed with Empire to back him as his music label. All in all, it's been a pretty remarkable turnaround for a man who only began his rapping career less than 2 years ago. As for the rest of his story, like when that debut studio album will finally drop, well, that's a topic for another day. After all, this is Before They're Famous. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at Before They're Famous so you can vote on what's next, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.